Hey,
Hi,
hello.
everybody.
How you
Butterfly
doing?
kisses. Joe G and
Come on. Hey, everyone.
Heather.
Hey, Jeff.
Good to see you all.
Trying to get it loaded up on my phone, but I can't find it. I know I'm subscribed to you, but it won't come up.
We'll check and see if YouTube has dropped you because you know
Well,
I
I'll hit. Maybe I'll hit who's live. Maybe that'll work.
because
There it is. Yep.
ones that I watch all the time I get unsubscribed to sometimes. I don't
No, I
know
was
why.
subscribed. I had to hit the crossbar that said live. What's going live? So I can't comment with you fine folks with
Hi,
the
Mama
computer.
Bear. Good to see you, Miss Charlotte. Oh, hi,
Hey,
Juno.
Daniel. Hey, everyone.
How you doing? Well, I'm glad everybody came to see me. Or
Hey,
actually, they
Heather.
probably came to see you, huh?
We're two people on a screen, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I seen I see Rowan Biscotta's on, Heather. You didn't want to be over there? Did you happen to see Heather's show with what's her name? I forgot her name, Heather. I'm sorry. Her actual name. Which her channel's Rowan Biscotti. But anyway,
Oh,
I see she's live. She's a character.
and but characters are what you're drawn to.
Oh, Tanji. That's right. Yeah, Tanji. Thank you. So what we got going on tonight, huh?
Well, I thought maybe um we could do spiritual talk. We can do spiritual readings. We can do ETs. We can do um anything. Anything they want.
No, I'm just kidding, Heather. Jesus. I just noticed when I was looking on live, I seen she was live. Usually doesn't do that, but she was Tanji was a trip. So yeah, I had an idea to get the chat going a little bit. I had a
Okay.
few readings lately, and my own guides and spirits have been pushing me more towards um, positive energy.
Mhm.
You know, the whole law of attraction, law of
Right.
one, being positive,
Mhm.
releasing, and all that. You know, more towards, oh, it's going to happen in 3 months, or oh, it's going to, those types of reads. It's like, yeah,
Right.
get the information, but then it's like, but you need to do this.
Right.
Those kind of feelings, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll all
That's
work out. So it's kind of like you need to cooperate. So when you're working with positivity, trying to release stuff, you're working with your angels and guides and your ancestors. You're working with
mhm.
positive energy.
Right.
So I was getting the download today. So let's say you're trying to create something new in your life, or you want better things to go better at work. And I got the example of food, right?
Mhm.
So you need nourishment in your body to create energy. If you put food with E. coli in your body, or food that's spoiled in your body,
Mhm.
you're not going to feel good, right?
Right.
So that's negativity.
Mhm.
You put good stuff in your body's going to work right.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with our mental status.
Mhm.
We put good stuff in our mind,
Mhm.
good stuff's going to happen. We stay in the darkness, we stay in fear, we stay in depressional state, we stay angry at people, we're going to be dragged down. And you're going to
Exactly.
stay down. Vibrations compared to it's like what we say is love and light, right?
Yeah.
Love is the universal consciousness. Light is the heavens realm, the white light.
Mhm.
That's the realm. So it kind of leads me to the one reading I had the other day. This woman lost it all, kind of like getting into an accident, but she lost it all because of anger.
Mm-hmm.
She had the life when she was younger, had a great degree, marketing or whatever, traveling the world, making great money. Everything's going good. That wasn't my experience. Oh, well, anyway, sorry, Heather. There you go, Joji. Never beg angry. So anyway, um, because of her lifestyle and her traveling and stuff, she ended up getting divorced.
Mm-hmm.
So be it. She moved on from it. She understood.
Mm-hmm.
So then she's trying to change something in her life. And she met this guy online and stuff. And it ended up being a scam. Because she was being like a cougar. Sure.
Yeah.
So this guy followed her around, acted the game. And then she invited her to live with him. But then her sister ended up sleeping with him.
Mm-hmm.
But the guy admitted later that it was all a scam. I never loved you. I was just doing it for the time and the money and da da da. So she got over the guy. She never forgave her sister. Stayed in anger.
Yeah.
She lost all of it. She lost her promise. She lost her money. She lost her job because she stayed in anger.
Yeah.
So fast forward, it took 15 years. 15 years to try to get back to somewhere normalcy. She's now married again. So now she's got problems with people. It's like people avoid her.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked at her and she's like, oh, you got good energy, but there's something dark behind you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, that's your father. Why is he angry? So the situation of she needs to just tell her dad go. That's all she has to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was a bad situation at the end of life, and there was anger involved. And this anger, dad didn't want to go. And he was hanging around, creating this vibration of anger in the spirit realm, hanging around, caused anxiety of meeting up with neighbors, other people. So the world is weird. That's a situation beyond your control. You wouldn't know about it unless you sense
Right.
it. But when you're having issues with other people, there's a vibrational problem, and it's something we need to figure out for anyone. If your vibrations are off, there's some negativity around. You haven't
Mm-hmm.
released something. It's kind of like we just need to figure out where the problem came from.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's this life, last life, but most of the time it's this life. The last life are just influences that kind of drag us where we need to go.
Right.
But it's just a sense of like she didn't have a car accident or didn't have a plane crash or something dramatic.
Yeah.
Her vibration and thought took everything away
Stayed in anger.
and stayed in anger.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of goes to the same thing. Anyone in your life, of course, if you have children that you're having problems with, you got to deal with that one. You got to figure out how to redirect, how to talk. But if it's a cousin that you don't live with, a sister, send them love. You're not in my vibrational sound complex, in my realm. Be well and send them love and light. And I hope you find balance and abundance in your life.
Right.
And I've done that with my cousins. You know, I mean, luckily my immediate family aren't angry kind of people, but there's others I just send them on their way. Friends that were like that, I send them out of their way.
Mhm.
I'm just not going to deal with it. And that
Well,
makes
I mean,
me feel higher because
right.
I'm not thinking about, oh, my cousin said something mean today and, and he won't listen to me and da da da, it's out of
Yeah.
my realm.
Yeah. I mean,
You stay
you
higher, you stay lighter, you can give and receive love.
right. I mean, I deal with migraines and physical pain. So it's it's difficult enough for me to, drag my vibrations back up to where I want them to be because of physical pain. To have all of the yuck from other people's, and what what people don't understand is even if you are not empathic per se, if everyone, even if you are not an empath, our definition of an empath, everyone on earth is empathic.
Yes,
The crowd around you affects your mood. I mean, that's the reason why that the insiders of mobs can just, make one area, upset, and then all of a sudden the entire mob. It's it's energy. And I mean, I I know because I will, you know, I will get my vibes up to so far, and then somebody comes over or calls or whatever, and they're very negative about something. They're pushed down, and it's just because I'm constantly building it up that I notice, you know. But
mm,
yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that can it can energy, spiritual energy or mental energy, they they flow between each other. You know what I'm trying to say? There's
yes,
body, mind, and spirit.
yes,
And the mind and spirit, I mean, I really think that they intermingle just a little bit, you know?
of course,
So,
yes.
you know,
So another thing I wanted to get to was about words. So we all should have anything we want to change in our life. It's kind of like um, we got to create habits. So like if you want to quit any kind of addiction, whether it be sugar, salt,
hmm
chocolate, whatever it is, alcohol, whatever we need to do. You want to have an affirmation, or if you want to have a better relationship with your daughter, you create an affirmation that you say at least daily and focus on, or
hmm
or laminate a little card and keep it in your pocket or your purse. And every time you dig through your wallet or something per se, oh, you'll see that again. You're focused on it. So you create habits. So any kind of
hmm
addiction takes about 30 days. So any kind of habit and vibrational liftness may take about 30 days. It's
hmm
all it takes is constant habit of thought. And so we're going to words. So when you have an affirmation, you don't want to have words of greed or ego, like I want. You want to make it neutral and of loving and abundance. And I was thinking about the word pray. I
hmm
pray for someone. Pray is a word that kind of means um, a plea or
hmm
a request. It's not a positive thing by saying, I pray for you. You want to say, I'm sending prayers. Prayers are an action, right?
hmm
You say, I pray for you. you're giving a request to the universe, or you're giving a
Right.
plea for something.
Mm-hmm.
You should never beg. You just always make everything positive. So I'm sending prayers to the Ukrainian people. Not I pray for the, you're. It's kind of like you're begging when you say pray. So
Mm-hmm.
you got to watch your words, if they're negative intent or positive intent. So that's why it's always good to say, like, my guys are telling me, it's like Putin. You don't want to send love to Putin because he won't accept love.
Mm-hmm.
He's an evil man.
Mm-hmm.
They were telling me, send love and courage to the Ukrainian people and the Russian soldiers, or the Russian people. Same
Mm-hmm.
difference. That will give them, it'll work through the universe to send positive energy and thought to those people. Courage for the Ukrainian people fighting,
Mm-hmm.
and love thoughts to the Ukrainian soldiers or the Russian soldiers to do the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
You try to work on someone that has no intent of feeling compassion, won't work. Their guides will just reject it because they're not listening.
Yeah. It's
Good, Sheilah. Yeah, I know, I will, I believe. Another good thing is when you're making affirmations, always use abundance.
mm-hmm.
You will receive abundance. I will receive abundance. I will release my negativity towards my father. I will
Right.
release my brother who is a trumper, whatever it is.
Right.
And when you're sending energy and using energy to lift yourself up, you have to believe it, you have to love it, you have to live it, and you have to transcend it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said with energy, it circulates around.
That's right.
So
Uh,
it's a positive mindset.
I mean, talking about the affirmations, um, you can go to the Lightseers website and look up each card on the lightseers.com. You know, this this tarot, and it's each card not only has the definition, it has um, questions to ask yourself about that card for journaling, and there is an affirmation along with that card.
Mm-hmm.
And you can take a screenshot of it, and then every time you go to open your phone, it's there for you to see.
Or you can put it. You can make your own little screensaver.
Right.
You can, what do you call it? Use Canva
Mm-hmm.
or whatever, and make it the size of your screen. Make your own, put your own background, the universe, a heart, and then put in the words you want an affirmation. So every time you look at your cell phone, when it's in the home position, you'll
Mm-hmm.
see your affirmation,
Yeah.
and you get to look at it all the time.
Yeah, that's what I tell lots of people that I read for.
I know what Canva is. Well, we got to create these screens and
Yeah,
thumbnails, right?
Joji,
Yeah, I wanted
she
to
said
say that.
words matter. I noticed a preacher in a church asking everyone to pray for all those people's cancer. Yikes. We need to send good thoughts for restored health. That's, that's, I mean, we've gotten so casual with our words that we say things without, you say something and then you think about it. You know what I'm trying to say? Instead of went back when civility and everything was such a big thing, people. always thought before they spoke. And nowadays it's more like, blurt out anything and then go, I didn't mean to say that.
Yeah. So like I was getting last week and trying to understand, prayer is all about intentions. Keep the intentions positive for the greatest and highest good for whoever you're sending the prayer for. Keep the intention positive. Correct. Just making sure I was reading that right. Correct, Kevin. Beautiful. So that gets to the point of people praying for others. If the receiver doesn't believe it can be done, it won't be done either. You need that connection. Since we're all connected, energy's connected, a house has energy, our car has energy, our cell phone has energy, everything has energy. So we could all send prayers for your migraine or headache to go away, or your light sensitivity, whatever's going on, right? But
Right.
if you don't believe that it can help, it'll just bounce off you like
Right.
a Super Bowl,
Exactly.
So like if a pastor, is in church and we have a member that has cancer, we want to send prayers to if this person is in the hospital and has no hope, I'm just gonna pass, and scared. I mean, of course you're gonna be scared. It's a natural reaction, but you know what I mean? The intention of hope isn't there.
Right.
It's gonna bounce. But like in the Ukrainians, they're finding their strength. They have Archangel Michael behind them. And we
Right.
can see some of the Russian troops are giving up, you know, causing their tanks to fail by putting sugar in the gas and all that stuff. But there are horrible ones too. I just got the results on there.
Yay.
Excellent, Sherry.
Thank, thank you, thank you.
It's
That's
beautiful.
awesome.
So I just lately I got all these thoughts in my mind about trying to help, how to heal, how to use positivity thoughts.
Well, I
Many
mean,
years ago, I only thought, because I don't know if you remember my story, but I had a 6-year break, right? I
mhm,
just felt normal. I wasn't
yeah,
being connected.
right.
But the first 10 years when I was open, I just thought it was all about helping people through guidance,
Hmm.
getting a message. Yes, you will get the job, or yes, you'll have this boyfriend will turn around, or no, you better get divorced, or whatever it may be,
Right.
you know. But there's so much more, and
Yeah.
this YouTube journey and being with all of you great people and Katie and people I read with and people I love and adore, it's opening up so much more understanding about the universe,
Hmm.
that it's
Yeah.
there for the taking, that we can create our own destiny through our mind and thoughts.
Yeah. If
Like a
you can imagine it, you can create it.
Correct.
That is the essence of.
It's just like someone that's a beautiful artist. They open their mind to what beauty is going to be on that pastel canvas. You
Hmm.
know, that's the beauty of it. We can be
Yeah.
our own artist. It's all in us if
Exactly.
we can tap in.
Exactly.
This goes back to my second story
Okay.
about intentions and how you want something to go. So I have a friend that it's kind of like I read for her once. She trusts me. So now I just read for her constantly, once in a while on the phone, a lot of times through text. And then I'll magically just get a little gift in the mail. It's kind of like a retainer, I guess, but she just very supportive, and she just sends me a gift for being a friend. There's other things in the works between us here with a project, but
Cool.
so she's having problems at work
Mm-hmm.
with another person. A newish job, been there a few months, and this person is always, she's positive from talking to other people that this manager person has led to the firing or three other people leaving since she's been there. She's kind of ruthless, undermining. She wants to raise the top, that kind of thing.
Right.
So she started doing this to my woman friend that I read for, and like leaving her out of emails, making her look silly when proposals are supposed to be done, that kind of thing. Even though she gets great reviews from them above for her work and whatnot. So I proposed this to her. Instead of getting angry and going to the boss or being a whistleblower, use your thoughts. I said, send her love and abundance and justice to bring fairness into the workplace. If she's doing something wrong, let the universe do it. Don't get angry. If something's wrong, just blow it off because you know you're doing good work. Just put out the thoughts to the universe about love, adjustance. Yep, there you go. Imagine. So, what did I say? Love and I can't remember the words.
Justice.
Love and basically justice, but fairness in the workplace.
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks later, she comes down and tells corporate that she's got to take, what is it, a hiatus. She's suddenly stressed.
Really?
Yes. From her intentions of just wanting justice and fairness and harmony in the workplace. She just kept putting it out there. This manager told corporate that she's got to take a leave of absence because she's stressed out and can't deal with stuff.
Wow.
And everything is so much lighter and brighter in the workplace now since she's taken her hiatus. But it took 2 weeks.
Exactly. Yeah.
By her intentions.
But if she just stayed angry,
If she just stayed angry, it would continue. And her power over her would continue.
Mm-hmm.
But I said, use them. They will work for you if you just ask.
Set your intention.
Yep. Intentions. It works. She would attract angry. Yes. So this woman is. Hi, Vivian. She's been all about power and greed forever.
Mm-hmm.
But was promoted up, so she might get her own. No, Sherry, you talking about your post? Yep, there you go. And you were only posting about your, what was it? You had the hurricane going on. You were posting about.
Yeah.
The channel.
I remember watching those because I was worried about her.
So that's been a lot of my focus. And it seems the way things have been going. Oh, there was another one too. I have a friend that was I was reading for, and she was having a problem with. She's got her own business, and she was worried about, kind of worried about a guy that wanted to buy in.
Mm-hmm.
Like so they would, she has something created. Just think of like Tony Robbins. She's kind of in that realm. She's a teacher for corporate kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So she's inspiring, but she teaches how to get along in the workplace, kind of.
Right.
So she's got a pretty good thing going. This guy that's been teaching other sessions when I wanted to buy into her business, while she's trying to promote it, it could explode. And he kept hounding her, So she's like getting annoyed. He's like, I don't know what to do now. Should I take his offer? So I'm like, why do you want to take his offer? Then if you do hit it big, like I do expect you do, as long as you stay focused and whatnot,
Right.
you get bigger contracts and whatnot, then you got to split it. So you're at the infancy stage. Why would you want to buy in now? You're just gonna have to split it later. So I just said, use the universe. Instead of get confusing or relying on me, use the universe.
Mm-hmm.
If it's meant to be, or if you just want him to leave you alone, send it out there. Just tell the universe in a loving way. If it's meant to be for me to take on a partner, let it happen. She just kept putting it out. And I actually did that too that night for her too. I said the
Right.
same thing. The next day he calls up and he said, it's probably not a good idea. I'm going to stop pressuring you about that. And she was so relieved because she didn't know what she wanted to do with this situation.
Mm-hmm.
From the two of us just putting it out there in the universe, show him the way. Either leave her
Yeah.
alone about it or respectfully talk about being a partner. The next day, he called her up and apologized and said, I don't know why I was getting so hyper about it. It's not a good time for me to buy into anything, So
Wow.
there's just been cases lately of using the universe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if you're feeling down, or you're feeling negativity, or if people are acting weird around you for some reason when it's not, just talk about it.
Yeah.
Call on Archangel Michael and say, whatever is around me, send it away. Take it to the universe.
Mm-hmm.
But like that other story though with the father, I seen he didn't go to the light. He was like still holding on, angry, and that's something you would need someone else to, talk to
Right.
understand that. But I seen him right behind her. It's like on her back. It's like a monkey on your back. It's just darkness, and he wasn't like he was just around. It wasn't like he was haunting her.
Right.
They were estranged for like 9 years, and then she came back to help him at the end. But he started getting dementia and stuff, and he was really angry towards her and angry about everything. And it's just, you gotta let it go. Just talk
Yeah.
to him and say, you see mom and dad up there? Go to the light. It's your time. Let me live my life. Because like, let it go. Just talk. They'll go, or he'll go. But every situation is different. But I felt like just tell him to go. Talk.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of got to look at, as far as your family members, if it can be, but I mean, a lot of these things are very rare. As far as passing on, any kind of sticking around is really rare. Generally, it's gone. You know, they go unless they got a lot of problems to deal with. But usually they go. But that was just a certain case.
Yeah. And everybody's different, you know. I mean,
Yeah,
like the
every soul does.
yeah, I mean, on the last show, the lady you talked about who had um, the, it was like an entity of just her, all of her misery and everything. And she had to let go of certain things to be able to move that out. And you and I were talking about, and I told you about the, I call them, I don't know what else to call them, so I'll call them energy vampires. They just um, it's not like they hurt anything physically on you. It's just some people are energy vampires as well
Oh, definitely.
as a spectral one, you know, and um, but the spectral ones, they're not that hard to get rid of. It's just knowing they're there, you know.
Right. That's a difficult thing because when you're not, if no one's told you about how the universe works, you just go through life like, do, I'm working, I got a wife and kids to take care of. But if you have problems at work and whatnot, or you're fighting with the wife at home, who's taking care of kids, they didn't do their dishes, whatever the case may be, things can get hectic and you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, and it's not
When it
like
just
it's
could be someone you're just butting heads with at work, and
it's not
it
like
transpires into
you
the
have,
home.
well, it's not like you have a wound so you know you've been hit, you know. I mean,
Right,
this is either people or an entity that is sapping at your energy. I mean, they, you know, it's and it's
yeah,
disturbing but freeing at the same time when you realize that all those times you felt like crap, it's, oh, well, they just came over to my house or I just left their house
right.
and I felt like poo poo caca, you know?
So yeah, it's kind of like that reading I talked about with the sister. Yeah, keep that up. I keep that up with the sister. I'm like, okay, let's go back to your life. You had it all. You had this situation. What happened when you lost it all? And she goes, my sister. Right? You hate your sister that much. It destroyed your life because of your hate. Let it go. You have to be married to her. He said, I love you because you're my blood, but you're not in my realm. Peace, love, and light.
Yeah, Joji, low vibe attracts low vibe. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I seen that video with Jenny way back when she was talking about a cult or whatever. It's like, yeah, there you go. Energy vampires. And Jenny's one of them.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's the reason why all these 45 Trump cultists are like that.
Mm.
They don't have the energy and belief system and love for life, and they get sucked into it. Just like Jenny, she got sucked in it by programming, and it's
Right.
so hard to get out.
Yeah.
That reminded me of something else. There was something else I was trying to remember. College age, she was famous. Yeah, wrong coaches.
Personal coaches. Oh my.
Programming. I mean, it's kind of like when you get into that, it's the same thing of having parents that aren't loving. And I was seeing it may have been on Ari or another MSNBC. They were talking, someone was talking, or maybe I was reading on Twitter. Can't remember which, but they were talking about how Madison Cawthorn, what he wants. So they're talking about they want to bring back homeschooling. So if you have Republicans right?
Okay, and hang on.
Go ahead.
Who is going to teach these kids at home? Because mama and daddy are both doing three jobs just to make the mortgage, you know? I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
Right. I
We
totally
got
get you there. But this was his point he was trying to bring across, and someone made a good point. These topics are all, it's just like they're talking about the borders and everything and abortion. They want to keep the white race going, they want to keep the Republican Party going. It's criminally insane.
yeah.
But if you have a Republican person that is in the cult of non-critical thinking,
Mhm.
and you teach your kid at home, homeschool, you're going to be in that same environment with no critical thinking, and then you'll be programmed like in a cult to not have critical thought.
Mhm.
And it made totally sense. It's like these people are programming people for the future
Yeah.
through laws and their beliefs, and it's like, oh my god, it's just horrible. You want to star anything here that happened to be
Yeah. I was
um,
going to get this
there's
rescue
something about
one.
belief. Yeah, cult of non-critical thinking. Oh, that was another word. Between belief and believes.
Mhm.
A belief is something you may be in a cult of critical thinking, but if you believe, you have the facts. I
Right.
believe the universe is there for me. It is a
Yeah.
belief that the universe is there for me. You got to get rid of certain words, even though they sound great.
Yeah.
Make sure it's all positive because a belief could be anything. It could be a conspiracy theory,
Right.
but
And
I believe the universe is there for me.
well, and getting your outward speech into that mindset is one thing, but getting your inward speech into that mindset is another, because you would not believe I will say things to myself that there's no way I would ever say to anybody else on earth. So it's just because I heard, oh, you're so stupid. Oh, you're so blah 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 blah. And I saying you're so stupid has not left my mouth since I became an adult. you know, but it'll sure go through my head.
Did I miss your comment, Heather? You see, Heather just commented, I had a dream. What's that mean? Was
Let
there
me
something from
see.
earlier? I may have missed it. Oh, Sherry had a comment earlier. I have a dear friend I've known for years, so negative. I love her dearly, but she literally drains me of energy. I have like built up an extra. No, yeah, Sherry, there you go. I mean, at least you
Yeah.
recognize it. That's the biggest thing. And if she's such a dear friend and she's willing to listen, show her the love and light about energy. Because something's not going on with her life to be an energy vampire like that.
I did not see.
So what are we talking about, Heather? We're a little confused.
Yeah, because I didn't see her write anything else. But I'm not I'm not paying attention. I'm
I,
not
I
paying
I missed what
attention.
Heather was saying too. Hey
Yeah, speaking
Tracy.
a good way to yourself. It's a lot harder to the words you can hear, if they sound right. But all
Yeah.
that quiet talk in your head that you've done it for, donkey's years, saying, "Oh, idiot, oh, stupid, oh," doing that is hard to break. I mean,
Yeah.
I have, but it's still something I have to consciously stop myself before it happens. I mean, because I feel that knee jerk thought try to.
Oh, we're all human though. We're allowed to
Yeah,
cry. We're allowed to swear. We're, once in a while, we're allowed to do whatever. As long as you don't stay in that moment, because things are gonna make us upset. If our car breaks down, it's gonna make us upset. But it's how long you stay in that moment is what transcends you.
right.
It's like I had my buddy work on my car. I thought I was getting it back, and then he calls me like, we got another problem. What? Well, it's gonna cost you more money. I'm just like, ugh. Then I'm like, well, at least it's there. Fix it.
Yeah,
It's better than me coming there to go get it. Next day it breaks down again. Then maybe I have to tow. So I looked at the positive side. I'm like, more money, but well, at least it's still there. Take care of it. So I didn't get upset. I'm like, go with it. Okay. I tried, Scott. It just doesn't sink in. And yes, life's a mess. I'll be divorced or married. Oh my God. And he sat and she'd living with one of her kids.
yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, Lisa Foster lost her keys.
Lost my keys. What keys you talking about? Car keys? House keys? She scrubs toilets for a job with socks. Yeah, it does. Okay. Heather's got some gig about our extraterrestrial friends. They do not like alien, by the way. They're
I
not
didn't know
alien.
that.
They're older than us, so they're not alien. They like an entity or extraterrestrial much better than alien. Brand new door, lost the keys. Where is that key? So you didn't put a spare anywhere? For some reason they're showing me like where you would put a spare key hidden, or it's hidden by something like that. Like it just may have dropped in the yard or wherever you walk in. It's not far away what I'm getting. So let's just say you want to have a hide a key and you have a little fake rock here. But it's not like that, but it's like it's dropped there. No, I just got it. I think it's in my base. I don't think so. I don't think it's basement. I'm showing outside.
No.
You getting a hit, Katie?
Well,
That's you?
what I was seeing was now I thought of uh my dining room because I have a door that it was French doors and we narrowed it so it could just be a regular door, and we've got shelves beside it, and then I saw a chair, like a dining room chair. So I I don't know. Uh, I don't know if it could be in your entryway or your dining room, but I was looking at it from the inside because it wasn't. It was a dining room chair. It wasn't something you'd have on your porch.
Um, good. Dorian said, I get quiet and ask the lost item to show itself. Yes, I'll tell you a story. Another good story. I lost my car keys, or my or my I had two vehicles. I lost my keys to the truck or something like that, right?
Mhm.
And I couldn't find it anywhere. So I talked to the universe. Okay, I can't find my keys. They're only keys, and I have to have such a pain in the butt, right? I'm like, can you bring back my keys? The next day, they were hanging on my door.
Really?
Yeah,
How cool is that?
the
Yeah.
neighbor found them. So I must have accidentally put them on top of my car. So when I drove out the lane, they fell off when I turned to go to town. They were on the road, but I still lost them, right? But
Right.
it took a neighbor to find them.
Well, okay. Okay. This was what happened to me. My dad had died, and I had been looking for one of his badges that I had, and I couldn't find it. And I got really, really, really sick. I had the flu, and I had such a high temperature. I was laying there, and I couldn't, things were floating around, and I couldn't make myself um, reach, just over there for the pills and, open the jar, and it was just like, it was like my hands were a million miles away while I was trying to do this. And I just set it down on me, and all of a sudden my dad, um he's standing there, and my dad was a master sergeant in the army. and he was so this kind of tells you his level of empathy. He said, only an idiot would lay there and let their brain fry if if what you need was inches away. Move it. And so opening up this bottle, and he said, he told me, he said, there you go, there you go, you'll be okay. And whenever I got better, I remembered that, and I thought that, it was later that night and everything. And I remembered that, and I thought, that was the fever talking, you know,
Mhm.
because, and I looked over on my dresser, on like my side table, the thing that's right beside the bed. I looked over on my side table, and Daddy's badge was laying there. And I'd been looking for it for weeks.
The only thing I've never been able to get back was a ring I gave to my ex-wife. I could never figure out where that went, and she lost it within a week. She blamed the kids. I checked all the drains if it went down a sink. I asked for that to be returned. That one never came back. So sometimes maybe it can't be returned. Never could figure out why that ring disappeared. And she always took good care of all her jewelry and stuff, so it was really strange.
Okay.
So
Um,
you had a what? What was up with? Did you star
this one.
um
Do you know
no, back
who?
with Heather's dream or whatever she was talking about, the ET thing?
Oh,
Did,
the ET
oh,
thing.
it, I thought you
No,
had
I
it
didn't.
starred, didn't you?
Well, I thought I did too, but it's not here.
I seen you had two, and now there's none. I don't know if we can go back. Hey Heather,
Um,
you're still here. Hopefully, return return to what you were talking about. Beautiful dream or something or contact. Look and see what if I can see what you've seen. I had a cat who asked for my cat. Oh yeah, that is awesome, Anna.
There.
It was a little longer, the first one Heather was talking about, but that's awesome. Use your cat. I believe cats are half in and half out. You know, like they're halfway to the
This one?
universe. Country fields, such beautiful colors. She had a longer one up higher, but she kept talking about it.
Oh, well, I can't.
But let's see. I had a dream. They decided to show themselves in a country field, such beautiful colors. Hmm. I believe they're going to show themselves at some point.
Yeah, I think so too, because um last night I was, meditating, and I've never seen anything that even hints at ETs in meditation, but I was standing in a field looking down, and this um, shadow moved over, and I looked up, and it was a huge ship. So I was like, oh, well, that's different.
That is neat, though.
Yeah, I don't know what it means or anything. I just thought it was wow. And it says,
I
I think
wasn't
he, she was
afraid.
afraid.
Well, that's yeah. Don't. That's a great thing that you weren't afraid. So that would probably be a great. Heather has some interesting dreams when you get them. So it would be like when the time is right, it will be beautiful.
Mhm.
It will be in like an awe. They won't scare us. I totally believe that. Poor Sterling can only have Lumen, no others.
Aw.
Yeah, I can just see it. Lisa Foster trying to find her keys or 11 cats, and they all just kind of go different different ways. That's 11 energies trying to figure out. It's kind of like having 11 psychics in the room and trying to figure out a reading.
Right.
That's a lot of energy. All right, you had that other question about
Okay.
Rasputin or
Ras-
whatever.
Rasputin.
Putin's Rasputin. Is he advising Putin for invasions?
Alexander
Alexander.
Galovich Dugin.
Uh, it always feels weird when I don't know
Who they are?
who they are.
I'm not familiar with that name either.
It kind of gives me that lost feeling.
Uh huh.
But initially, I'm getting a no. I think it was all his plan, and people are afraid not to stand up to him. Otherwise, they could be poisoned, killed, sent home. So let's see. Alexander. Oh, I know what you mean by Rasputin now. Duh. Alexander Dugin. Alexander Dugin. Is this Alexander Dugin? Alexander.
No,
I think
he
I think
didn't.
Putin knows his own gig.
Okay.
He knows tactics. He's using tactics, but technically not advising. What do you think?
Putin. I mean, This is the house, the blender. I think the buck stops with Putin. He is the be all do all thing. Um, I'm not saying that he has that he hasn't said something to him or whatever, but I'm getting, Putin is the house. He is the man.
Yeah.
And he's on the downward spiral of how the blender makes a tornado. He's on the downward spiral. But I mean, he is a fox in the hen house. He, I'm not saying he isn't, but yeah, I Putin's too far in outer space, and he controls everything. So he doesn't really take advice, is what I'm getting from the deal. It doesn't matter if you say whatever, he does whatever he wants.
Yeah. I'm getting he does his own orders. He's already educated on the art of war, of how he wants to do things. So I'm not saying advice. But my card throw is showing me he has very huge anxieties about what's going on with the Five of Cups loss and the anxieties of the Ten of Swords. And when we talk about this guy advising, I'm getting no with the Page of Swords and Knight of Coins. He already had the knowledge, and he already prepared himself with the page.
Yeah.
But now it's telling me, with my last 4 cards with my deck here, again, Putin is very ill. This is a broken down. He is very ill. The angels above are helping. There will be prosperity pretty soon with the Ace of Coins.
Oh, good.
And these two are all angelic energy. Knight of Wands and the Ace of Wands. This is all angelic energy working from above that are going to change things in Ukraine.
Well, I mean, well,
but the man is seriously ill. He may just keel over.
Yeah, the last time I looked at him, he I looked at him a couple of nights ago, and I think he has something going on physically, as well as I think he may have been poisoned, because it's
There's definitely been tries. But yeah, I'm not positive what cancer, but I definitely sense cancer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've seen things that said he has thyroid cancer online.
And somebody else said colon cancer online.
I don't think so. I think it's all over. I think it's all over. And I was seeing he was doing some kind of like IV to try to keep him young. I don't know if it's children's plasma or something. It's like he thinks he's getting the fountain of youth of this. But yeah, he's terminal. Yes, Sterling. I totally believe he's terminal. And I was also sensing something about the liver too. Like if some kind of liver failure too. But yeah, it's not good. I really don't think we have much longer to worry about with him. I pray.
I do too.
Let me pray. Not pray. I send prayers to that thought. It's something we're used to. And I just realized that actually
Yeah.
today, when I was thinking about it, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, pray. That's a hope and a prayer. That isn't positivity. Yeah, are, we all see that in the clouds over Ukraine, that Archangel Michael angel in the clouds over Ukraine?
Yeah.
That's it's I know it's horrible. I know it's horrible to see those things, the pictures coming out of there.
It just makes me sick, Scott. I can't hardly stand it. The
I know
news.
that's a hard thing to look at. But bless those souls, they're in a better place. I know, right, Dorian?
Yeah.
Let's send prayers as soul conquerors coming up. Oh, I know. You just send them on their way. Love and light. Be well. You're not in my space. I'm bringing back goodness.
Will
Hey,
anything happen
Peter.
with this?
Sherry will be a guest on Aley's
Allie's
channel tomorrow
Kelly and
night.
Kelly and Ann. Oh, on that Circle of Friends, the Kelly and Ann and
That's
Allie's new
good,
channel.
Joji. Let's see.
Will anything happen with this? I mean,
Turn that
yeah,
fix.
intuitively, I think
What's
it's
the
going
good?
to.
Oh, wait. Breaking news. Will anything happen? Oh, okay. Whether they'll actually be in contempt. Gotcha. I was trying to think of Joji's comment too about her her prayers of Putin's power away. I just heard his power is already away
Oh,
from the universe. His
oh,
power is away, but on 3D land, it's still there. You know,
wow.
from threats and stuff. But okay, the contempt.
Okay. Yeah, I think
Did they?
I think
Did the
this
vote?
will. Yeah.
Breaking news. So the vote's in. Well, of course, if all the
It's going to put a real burden upon them, the Ten of Wands. Um, they've been fairly flighty and disingenuous. I mean, they're just the bravado that they've shown has really and this little fella came out and he this is the dark, this is the light. I picked it up upside down, but you know so their fates are changing and not in a good way because um, they're having to testify will show their corruption. And I got the star card in reverse as well.
that's using my flipping card. But yeah,
So
those apparently still has him here for a reason too. Um, yeah, that is. Is it Sterling that said that? Yeah, I mean, we all have a life contract. We all have a purpose. It's like I said, it's so horrifying. It's like the Wheel of Fortune. Life came around again. You know, from
mhm,
1940. When was it? Two
right.
with Hitler, and then there's other times in history. And hopefully this cycle of the astrology is going to pass again. But yeah, definitely horrifying. But, you know, here in the United States, we'll still have horrible souls killing others. Ugh.
No.
But
Believe me.
if you look at everything, there always is a purpose. Unfortunately, life expires, but there is a purpose.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of this purpose of VP and the former guy is this expose corruption and bring democracy in the world.
Yeah.
If the world can have Russia in a semi-democratic state, the world will be so much better.
Yeah.
And then everyone can just gang up on China, and then they'll fold. We still got to deal with Saudi, that jerk. But anyway,
I mean, I just.
will it be held in? I'm guessing you're going to the DOJ with that one, Joji.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I definitely feel like.
because the Democrats are going to vote them in contempt. Without throwing my cards right now, I'm sensing it's similar to Meadows. When I pass my cards, I will. But so in order to hold Steve Bannon in contempt, they have to have a grand jury convened. And what I believe happened with Meadows is that they brought the information to the grand jury, but actually initiated an indictment, not for the contempt. They authorized search warrants. You notice Meadows isn't around, isn't in the news. Trump was supposedly having a rally in North Carolina. Meadows was not invited. He's not
Oh,
on the list.
really?
He's not on the list.
I did not know he was not invited.
Well, I think they're using this grand jury as not contempt for Congress, because Meadows is a big player. He was central to all this. He's like number 2 to the former guy. Contact, organizing, everything within, without. Meadows is in deep shit, whether he flips or not. This is true. They are overloaded. So, patience. This is what I said. I see an indictment. Angels have a plan. Yep, I'm seeing indictments. A lot of the same cards came out for, what was the other throw we had on?
Putin.
Some of the same cards came out. Putin, 45.
How funny.
I put them all layered and shuffled and shuffled and shuffled, and some of the same cards came up. Okay. I have strength of our government and patience, people. Strength of our government. This is strength card, but I call it endure. Patience. There is strength of what's right and wrong. Traditions, government, constitution, what's supposed to be right. Then I have my documents here. This is my documents card. Indictments, subpoenas. See? Subpoena.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have the page of coins. Changes, pass, offers. What are you going to do? Are you going to talk to us and flip for a deal?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you want to go to jail for 25 years?
Yeah.
Meadows got that offer. The universe is working in our favor. Same card come up again.
Awesome.
Same cards come up again. Preparing for battle. Knight of Coins is also offers also documents. And on the bottom of the deck, the same card comes up again. Prosperity. Everything's going to get balanced in the future. Like I said, I shuffled those cards in, and I was shuffling the whole time when I was talking. And a lot of the same cards come up.
Yeah.
45 and Putin are aligned. Their
Really?
destinies are aligned together.
I think
I wouldn't be
that's
surprised if they don't go down about the same
it-
time.
Yeah. But you know, I have never seen Donald Trump behind bars. I've seen him in a hospital bed. I've seen him,
Same.
you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. When I asked about that too, they showed me a vision of a white room, kind of like a padded room. He's alone, a bed, a toilet, a sink, a dresser, and there's only one window in it. I'm not sure if it's where you feed the food or a peek window, but I only seen one window. This was just a closed room. I didn't even see a lookout window. It felt like a sanitarium kind of feeling, federal. I think it's federal facility. You can't have crazy, man. Yeah, detox will kill the man, right, Sterling? Yeah. Detox will kill the man before anything else. If he can't get his fix, he's done. Yeah, there we go. Who said that? Greeter, yeah. When VP's gone, tears of joy. Same with the former guy.
I mean, you can't.
I just, you know what? I hope it's on Fox News and everywhere. Him gone on camera with the OJ chase, all that. You can't deny that if the man's gone.
All right. Well, guys, I am about to the end of my rope, and
federal. What'd I get? Yeah, I know you're about done. I was just Dorian asked, like a psychiatric hospital, kind of. What do they call that? It's there's federal facilities that are secure, but it's kind of like a mental hospital or something like that.
Yeah, he would have to be, because
I can't remember what it's
if
called.
If he was nuts, like I think he is, he would have to be, because he's a former president. He couldn't go in.
Yeah, this is a whole different scenario. But I think he's going to make it easy because of his health issues. As far as where he goes, because he will need medical treatment. He will need medical treatment. So
I mean, I know no, he's crazy. It's just, I have to say, for entertainment purposes only, he is nuts. I mean, I'm not kidding. I looked at him, and it's like he was arranging everything on his desk, and peeking under things, and uh, just very, very paranoid. Kept looking over his shoulder, and I thought, I knew you've always been nuts, but I think you're kind of special now. You're a special kind of nuts.
all right. I grabbed Andrew's cards for love words of the day.
Okay, I'll get my.
I have roses and lilies. Living and loving the feminine divine. So live like a rose, and the other card I got is, hey sugar, you got this. There's no need to doubt yourself.
Oh.
So live in the divine feminine, that energy
Yeah.
45 is a buffoon. Yeah, we know that.
And I got benefactor, grace and generosity. If what we don't realize is
Lavender
that
roses.
giving giving something with grace and learning just how much value that is returned to us, how much, not in monetary things, but in just our humanness, by giving generously, having that generosity of spirit. It's it's one of the best feelings in the world when you know that somebody is safe tonight because you did something or gave something or gave your time or whatever. It's it's so freeing because the grace and generosity, when you give with grace, you receive grace. And receiving the grace of the source or God or Jesus or Buddha or whomever you believe in is
You
a
know,
wonderful thing.
yeah, we should believe in all the teachers.
Yeah, I think we should too.
It's kind of like, instead of, believing in God, or I mean, we shouldn't worship like one idol. We should worship the universe and our creator, source. We shouldn't like put an idol on Buddha or put you know, everything, because they all been living entities that have shared an experience of enlightenment. You know,
Right?
they don't. I've been thinking about that too. I'm not sure about it, but the word of God and is great. But I wonder if we should maybe just believe in self and the internal spirit and our source. Just a thought,
Yeah.
because we never should worship idols. There is
No.
nothing oneness, because everything has value. What Muhammad said and Jesus says, and God's enlightenment, and everything.
Hi, Ron.
Buddha.
Yeah,
Hey,
Buddha.
Ron, what's up?
But I will have to say good night, and I love
Uh,
you. And I love you, Scott, for coming on. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Um, thanks, Joji. Holistic. She mentioned Elena Bensonoff. Sacred
Thank
mantras for daily life. All right. But
Oh,
yeah, thank you, Katie, for having me on. Love you too, honey. And
okay.
everyone that's been hanging out tonight, I hope you
Yeah,
learned
we sure
something.
thank you. We sure thank you.
Love,
Bye,
Diane.
y'all.